Insidious movies have been such a staple recently, at least in the sort of the horror genre. And you've written all of them, correct? And this is your first directorial, actually debut for all movies at all. How did that come to? Were you like, I could do a better job than these other people?
No, I certainly wasn't thinking that. I mean, I always wanted to direct something. I just didn't know what that something would be. And then when James went off to do Furious 7 and kind of left the director's chair vacant, I was in the middle of writing that film. And I had already fallen in love with the characters. And as soon as I knew that he couldn't do it anymore, I started feeling very possessive of the script and the characters. If it wasn't going to be James, I didn't want to see someone else do it. And, you know, I had a period of thinking about it over a week, and I just came to the conclusion that it would be stupid to turn down that opportunity.
They asked you, or did you?
They were happy for me to do it, but
they all wanted from the get-go. They wanted Leigh to do it. Yes.
Right? Yeah, and I kind of just needed to kind of convince myself, but you know, it was a pretty quick process.
Very nice. And you've been in all three movies.
Yep.
So you must have been excited when you found that he was gonna be directing.
Totally. I mean, I wanted him to as well. You know, because everybody sort of goes, well, who? You know, you start thinking of the lexicon of, you know, of horror directors that either James knew or you know as well, who are sort of candidates for this kind of a film. But there was nobody we thought of that would be as wonderful as Leigh, and we were all right. He was really tremendous to work with, and great energy, tireless, funny, serious when he needed to be, answered all questions. Nothing was a stupid question. I asked stupid questions, but other people. But no, but seriously, it was a real pleasure to work with him.
And congratulations, you just got an award from, what was it, the Wizard World Comic Con in Philly?
Yeah.
The Godmother of Horror.
Yes.
That's such an honor.
Yes, sir.
Did it come with a trophy?
It did. I didn't know what to expect, and I really thought it was just this little tribute of, you know, I pictured a little piece of paper with a stamp on it and a blue ribbon or something. And it was this beautiful presentation. They made a fantastic sizzle reel that was a couple minutes long, that was kind of a retrospective of movies I've made. The Signal was in it, Dead End was in it, Nightmare on Elm Street was in it. I mean, they had all these snippets from different movies, which was phenomenal for me to see, because I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I did all that. And then it was a beautiful I think it's like a hand-blown glass flames that are, it was just great, and then a lovely question and answer with fans. It was really wonderful, and I feel very honored.
And you've been in this business for decades now, and
Yes,
I read a quote from you that said, "This is the happiest you've ever been in your life."
It's true.
Like, how do you say that to somebody like me, for instance, who's, you know, you think back to your younger days and you're like, oh, is it ever going to be better than that? How do you tell somebody?
I think I'm very fortunate to, first of all, have something I love to do, and I was tireless about trying to do it. And it was never about ambition. I want to be a movie star. I never have been in that place for real. It's always, I come out of theater in New York. I'm a serious actress. I mean, I studied with Strasberg and Stella Adler and Uta Hagen, and I went to Columbia, their School in Fine Arts, and have a master's in acting. I mean, I really did my work. So you have to work hard if you love it. I mean, that's part of it. It happens overnight to some people, maybe. But I think the fact that at this age in my life too, that, you know, where most women my age, everybody complains there's no roles, and I never even thought about any of that. I'm just tireless about searching for my next opportunity, and so this has just been just a treasure for me. And my advice is, if you love it, make it happen, because you can make it happen by doing, not by wishing, not by hoping somebody gives it to you, but by doing.
And it's just steering it back real quick to the movies and the writing. How does your mind sort of work in that way, where you can come up with interesting, sort of scary ways to freak people out?
It's a kind of a mysterious process. I really just have to sit there with a notepad like that and a pen. I'm just staring at this blank page, and the blank page seems to be talking to me, like, just, you don't have any ideas, you're terrible at this. And I just have to sit there, and sometimes it can take days or even weeks before these ideas start to trickle through. To me, it's just a waiting game. Writing, you need patience. You need to be patient and wait for the idea to come. And so if I had to boil the process down to one word, I'd say waiting.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Waiting and doing, those are two
Yeah,
very
yeah.
important words.
Two very different
Yeah.
things, too.